Welcome back to Canyons Reach, everybody. We are week 6 and we are busy forming in the background here. We've had abatement crews inside of the house clearing out all the asbestos and lead-laden materials from that, so we'll go check that out. There's going to be lots of things for you to learn, so why don't you stick around and check out what we got to show you. Let's go. So we got the team here putting together the rental forum. So we've got our footing in, we've got our bottom Waler, top Waler, we've got all of our Waler bar going in. You know, if you're doing a simple addition like this, rental forums are your best friend. They are so cost effective. And in my opinion, they're even more environmentally friendly because they are reused. They are reused each time and every time. So rental forums, quick to put up, quick to get set up and ready to go. And they work really, really well. So that is rocking and rolling right now. The team is just getting everything braced up and looking good. We've already got the outside all plumbed. So the way that it works is you just get the outside or one side plumb, and then the other side will just follow because you've got the snap ties. So this is what goes in between the plywood there. Some of them have like a little foam gasket on it so that it like concrete doesn't splooge out so much. But anyways, so you've got that flat bar or Waler bar that's down there that slides in between here. And then once the concrete gets poured, you've got all of this pressure being exerted to the outside. And so like these things become like, I mean, I'm pulling. It looks like I'm pulling because if I was pushing, it would bend, right? Let's go with that. Anyways, I'm pulling. So it's under extreme tension. And so then all you got to do is just take a hammer and tap the top side or the bottom side of it. And it snaps right here like butter. And then the Waler bar falls off and strip the forms. Life is good. So anyways, this is the new garage over here, Kyle. And then we were doing like a mudroom addition on the back side of the house over there too. So that's rocking and rolling. Let's go inside the house and check things out in there. Well, I guess I can point to things with this for the rest of the shoot, Kyle. Why not, right? So we're inside. Obviously, the team have moved in and have a lot of their tools here ready to rock and roll. We've got one of our Sprucehill sub panels ready to be installed there as well. We are working with TAG Electric on this particular project. Really looking forward to working with TAG. This will be the first project, well, actually second. The first project we worked with Trevor on was a new home build, but that was kind of sort of before he went out on his own. So really looking forward to working with Trevor on this project and seeing what he can do for our clients here because he's a great guy. They're great clients. Great and great has to be awesome. It has to be, right? Okay, we keep moving. Well, you know, when you do renovations, you always uncover things that kind of make you go, That makes me go, I'm not quite sure why the ceiling is sloped like that. That is interesting. Interesting, I would say. Very, very interesting. This whole ceiling is straight. It didn't look like it was vaulted when we were in here, but maybe, obviously it was. I mean, you can see this whole ceiling is sloped. That's so weird. Why would you do that? I mean, quite honestly, that's just dumb. Like, why would you want to reduce how much interior ceiling height you have? It didn't look like it, but I mean, clearly it was. I mean, you just didn't notice it. I mean, that's wild that I didn't notice it. I'm disappointed in myself. Or unless there was 2 layers. I'm so confused, Kyle. I am so confused right now. I cannot even begin to tell you. Like, what in the actual F? Anyways, all right, so we're going to have the kitchen over here. We're going to have the mudroom back here. Lots of amazing things going on in this home up here. Like, this space is going to be so different, it's not even funny. We're really looking forward to sharing that with you. I'm going to get rid of this. So in case you haven't seen this kind of subfloor before, this is a shiplap subfloor, and this is how homes used to be built. And when I talk about things on my Ground Truth podcast, while this is a squeaky floor assembly, it is a very environmentally friendly floor assembly because these boards were what were used to form the foundations on the outside of the home. When those forms were stripped, that wood was used to create the subfloor, which is what you see here. Because this is just wood, it can be, I mean, eventually composted. Obviously, having got some concrete juice on it, it's a little less happy than if it was natural right out of the forest wood. But nonetheless, you know, it's pretty recyclable compared to plywood, which is totally not recyclable. So one of the things our project managers do is label when things have asbestos in it. So obviously there was some sort of floor tile in this closet, had asbestos in it. So we just label to make sure that it gets removed properly because we want to keep everybody safe, right? Coming in here, I'm guessing there was tile on, or like some sort of vinyl tile that was stuck on top of this that had asbestos in it. That's now been removed, and now it's probably the glue that had the asbestos in it, not the actual tile itself. This has got to get removed still, so that'll happen eventually. But anyway, it's looking really, really good in here. Really, really good progress. And I think that there is a lot of opportunity for us to significantly improve the overall aesthetic and feel of this home based off of what I'm seeing right now, because I'm seeing a lot of really weird. Really weird. So as we do on almost every project that we touch, we apply a Dimple membrane to the outside of the foundation. And what that does is it gives the water a place to trickle down to the drain tile, right? If you don't have a Dimple membrane, then any sort of latent water pressure that's getting exerted against the house, it's actually going to want to find its way into the house. Now, if you give it a capillary in which it can follow down to the drain tile, it's going to do that. So this Dimple membrane, like, I mean, you know, there's so many things that the brilliant bureaucrats put into the building code that really don't make any sense whatsoever. But then, you know, exhaust fans on a humidistat in the garage, hello, Dimple membrane to prevent water ingress on the outside of the foundation. Like why can't we have things in the building code that actually make sense and work? Like, help us out here, people. Like, this is the way to do it. Anyways, this is going to keep their crawl space nice and dry, everybody happy, and really excited to see the progress that's happening here. So stay tuned. That's a wrap on today, everybody. Did you know that Sprucehill Homes are experts at major transformations? If you're thinking about renovating your home, we would love to be your partners for success. You can reach us on the web or phone us here. Either or, reach out, talk to us. We'd love to talk to you. In the meantime, we sure would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel or follow us if it's on Insta. And, you know, stay awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, hey, don't forget to share this with your friends and family. Like, just share the love. Share the Sprucehill love wherever you can. Of course, the saw turns on as I'm talking. Why not? But you can still hear me, hopefully. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye now.